Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. Thank you for holding new subscriber that have just joined. We hope we'll be able to entertain you further and have something interesting for you each week. So today I'll be making Ofe Nsala. Some people call it white soup. This is a very special soup I made for my family. It's actually special to me on Christmas Day. In case you missed the video, I'll be adding the link below. These are the list of the ingredients, overall look of the ingredients. The leaves, the vegetable leaves is frozen one. It is called utsusi leaf. My assorted meat frozen. My oporoko head fish. And my spice, my Cameroon pepper. I use Cameroon pepper. You can decide to use fresh Cornish bonnet and my dry fish. I will show you the picture of the spice because I already blended it. So this is the uzizi leaves, and these are my spice which you see in the picture earlier on, and this is it all together. This is the name with the picture in case you want to go to the market and search for it. Here is it for a clear verification and identification. So I'm going to start with my yam. Yam in this soup is the thickener of the soup. So I'm going to use few slices of yam, peel the skin and rinse it. So here I am. Take the skin off. While you take the skin off, you just rinse it. Remember, your dry fish has to be cleaned with hot salty water. Leave in for like 10 minutes. Do this 2 times, and it is ready to be used. The stockfish, which we call oporoko, is the head part of the stockfish. You can salt it overnight with hot water and leave it on overnight so that it can be soft. So I'm going to start with hot water in a clean pot, like I always do. I think that rings a bell. So put your hot water in the pot, turn on the heat. I'm going to be adding more water, so I'm boiling more because I'm making about 6 liters of the soup. Add your stockfish. Remember how you clean your stockfish? Hot salty water, leave overnight or for few long hours, let's say 3-4 hours, then rinse it out with another salt water. Spread it out, and I'm going to go by adding my Cameroon pepper. I like Cameroon pepper in the soup, but you can decide to use Cornish bonnet. Then feel free to go ahead and use Cornish bonnet. Then my dry fish, clean it with salty water, leave in there for 10-20 minutes, for 10-15 minutes, sorry. Then rinse it again with another salty water. I do this 2 times, but the second time you don't have to leave it in the hot water for 10 minutes. Just rinse it out and it's ready to use. Add your Maggie cubes. I'm using the combination of chicken and beef flavor. I like using the combination of both of them. I just love the taste when I combine the two together. So once that is done, I'm going to wait for my boiled water again so I can top it up. And I'm going to go by adding my hot water. Then the yam, which is a thickener. If you want if you like a very thick soup, you can add more. Adding my assorted meat. I'm sure we all know how to season our meat or boil our meat ahead, but I have this goat meat from back home, so which I'm using for my soup. So to season your meat is just your spice, curry, pepper, or ginger garlic. I like using ginger garlic most of the time. Then with a bit of curry and thyme, just boil it. The choice is yours. So, but yeah, I have the frozen. This is my spice, and this is the look of what my spice, the combination of it. Remember, I showed you the picture from the beginning. So this is the combination of what was blended together, and this is exactly what I just poured in. So I like blending my spice whenever I travel back home because they have a very strong industrial machine to blend it. So that is done. That is the spice. That is the picture for identification in case you want to go in market and search for it. So let it boil for like 10 minutes. Once it's boiled for 10 minutes, check it out. And remember the yam, we're going to do another process into the yam. We're going to pound the yam. So I like the old traditional way, which I'll be using mortar for the pounding of the yam. I'm just stirring it. So once, then I'm going to leave it to cook for another 5 minutes again on. So going back to my mortar, I'm going to use the mortar to pound the yam. I'm adding more crayfish to taste. If you like some traditional flavor, you can also add ogiri to it. But because of some of the people eating from this, I'm not adding ogiri to it. So you can add ogiri. That is our own traditional spice flavor to it. Add ogiri. So taking out the yam now. When you take out the yam, we're going to pound it. Some people use food processor, but sometimes, most times, especially with my cooking, I like using some traditional method for some traditional food. It's a traditional soup by the southeastern part of Nigeria, the Igbo, and the Delta people too. So you pound the yam in the mortar. Make sure you pound it as smooth as you can. And make sure you are able to figure out all the yam out of the soup so you can pound it. Trying to position my camera so you can see what I'm doing clearly. Pound the yam smoothly as much as you can so that it can dissolve very well into the sauce. So when you pound it very well, then it will dissolve perfectly well into the sauce. So giving it a pound, trying to feel it. So once it's pounded, you put it back in the soup. I'm sorry guys, I forgot to turn on my camera, but immediately it was pounded, it was putting back into the soup. So this is the rest bit of the yam, the pounded yam, adding into the sauce that has been cooking. Remember we took the yam out of the sauce. So just putting it back. Set just for a bit and cover it. Let it cook for like 3-5 minutes to enable it to dissolve into the sauce. So after about 5 minutes, giving it a check. If you have some of them which didn't dissolve well, you can figure out some lumpsy sometimes that didn't dissolve well into the sauce. All you have to do is you can pick it up out and just pound it in your saucer or just use the back of your spoon to match it towards the edge of the pot, then it will dissolve. So giving it a taste, just use your spoon to match it towards the back of the pot, the edge of the pot, and it will dissolve if you have any one that didn't dissolve properly well. So it could furtherly again for another 3 minutes. This is my uzuzu leaf. I only had the bits in the freezer, so I couldn't get more of it. It was Christmas period. I guess the demand was very high to get some African food. This is how the leaves look like. This is the picture on the side. So I only use the bits that I have in the house. If you have more, actually I'm meant to use more because of the size I'm cooking. I'm just showing you how you can just match the yam. If you figure out any more lumps in the soup as you go along, you can just pick it up, use your plate, just match it in the plate and put it back. Or you can just match it towards the back. Use the back of your spoon and match it towards the edge of the pot. So this is it. If you figure out any one of the yam did not dissolve, or you didn't completely pick all the yam out of it, then you have to do this to dissolve it and put it back into the soup, and it's done. So this is how I make my white soup. Some people call it Ofe Nsala. And this soup is a traditional soup from the eastern part of Nigeria, the Delta people, some of the South people to eat it. So for the uzizi leaf, some people use utazi leaf, depending on the tribe that is cooking it. Some tribes use uzizi leaf, some tribe use utazi leaf. So that is the difference between the two leaves. So the choice is yours. This is how I make my white soup. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for the growth. Please remember to turn on your notification button and remember to like. You watch but you don't like. Don't let me get upset. Even though I can't get upset, we've come a long way. Also, remember to turn the notification button. Thank you for supporting my channel. See you again pretty soon. I love you and I thank you for the support. Ciao, ciao. Kiss, kiss. Love you. Have a good week.